Continue. It's just way too interesting to stop. Mr. Justice, please explain yourself. It's very simple, there isn't much to explain. The defendant, Miss Sykes, might not be innocent. What are you talking about? The case from 7 years ago has been settled. I'm not talking about the past year, I'm talking about the present case. Still not clear who killed Clay Terran. But Apollo, why would you... Miss Sykes, please listen quietly to what I have to say. What in the world is Apollo trying to do? Your Honor, please allow me a little of the court's time. But this is the trial for the case from 7 years ago. Miss Blackwell, I would like to ask a favor of you. Just as you lost someone close to you, I lost someone close to me too. I'm sure you want to know the real truth of what happened as much as I do. Apollo. Sure, you know, I'm all for the truth. Now let's see you expose the Princess's Guild. Judge, I give you my permission. Continue with the trial. Very well. Is that alright with you, Prosecutor Edgeworth? The prosecution has no objections. Let's hear Mr. Justice's testimony. Have the police's investigation report brought immediately. Not you too, Edgeworth. I really hope it's because you have something up your sleeve. Very well, your opening statement, please, Prosecutor Edgeworth. As you wish, let's review the case of the murder of Mr. Clay Terran. It was made clear in the previous trial that Solomon Starbuck was not his killer. Therefore, the true culprit was someone else. On that day, the culprit waited for the astronauts in boarding lounge 1. When the two men made their escape out of the Space Museum, the killer attacked Mr. Terran with the same type of knife that was used 7 years ago. The murderer then escaped into the Space Museum. Next, Director Yuri Cosmos switched the launching pads. After that, the culprit exited the Space Museum and escaped via the boarding lounge 2. Therefore, this trial must make clear who Mr. Terran's true killer was. In other words, we must discover who it was who escaped through the Space Museum that day. Thank you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Mr. Wright, is the defense ready? Yes, Your Honor. Now better rearrange my evidence. Now then, Mr. Justice, your testimony, if you please. Okay. Apollo Justice's accusation. I suspected Miss Sykes of the murder of Clay Terran. My growing suspicions were confirmed when this incriminating evidence presented itself. In addition, she is the only one who could have utilized the launchpad switch to escape. That is why I wish to indict Miss Sykes on the charge of murder. Order in the court. Mr. Justice, you realize you are charging your own co-worker with murder, don't you? Yes, Your Honor, because that is the conclusion my investigation has led me to. But Apollo, why? How could you suspect me too? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. I don't get it. Just what did you find out over the past few days to make you think this?
Hold it!
What first made you suspicious of Miss Sykes? It all started when Miss Sykes and I were investigating the crime scene, when she saw the weapon that killed Mr. Terran. My bracelet reacted. She said she had never seen the knife before, but my bracelet told me otherwise. And then every time after that, my bracelet would react when she talked about the case. Poor Apollo must have been beside himself during the investigation. But I didn't know what to do or think. I couldn't even sleep. In that condition, I knew I wouldn't be any good in court, so I decided to wear an eye patch, so I wouldn't be able to perceive any of her tests. So that's why Apollo was acting so strangely. But the reason Miss Sykes unconsciously reacted to the knife that way is because she stabbed her own mother's murderer with one identical to it 7 years ago. But that knife was also the murder weapon that was used to kill Clay Terran. My bracelet could have also reacted to her because she knew she was his killer too. I guess he has a point. But my bracelet wasn't the only reason I became suspicious of her. My growing suspicions were confirmed when this incriminating evidence presented itself. That's the lighter that was found in the Space Museum with the fingerprints on it, right? But even it seems decisive, there must be other facts that we don't know about it yet. If that's so, go ahead and prove it then. Look, honestly, I don't want to believe it's true either, but Miss Sykes was the only one who was in the Space Museum at the time of the murder. But Mr. Justice, Miss Sykes had absolutely no motive to kill Mr. Terran. 7 years ago, Miss Sykes lived at the Cosmos Space Center. It wouldn't be strange if she has some kind of connection to him. Besides, people sometimes kill for motives we can't even imagine. I know you have seen plenty of cases like that in your own career, Mr. Wright. I still can't believe this. How can you actually suspect that now, Apollo? In addition, she's the only one who could have utilized the launchpad switch to escape. Isn't it possible that somebody else used that same escape route? I'm afraid not, Mr. Wright. Why not? Recall there is a security camera in the boarding lounge, one aimed at the launchpad door. It's the camera that captured Mr. Terran and Mr. Starbuck. But there's also another security camera in boarding lounge too. It recorded Mr. Terran's killer, or rather Miss Sykes coming out of the Space Museum. A camera in boarding lounge too? First I've heard of it, but it makes sense. Otona says she snuck into the Space Museum the night before the incident, and then was overcome and passed out until around noon the next day. Didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up nobody was around, so I just went out into the boarding lounge too. That must have been when the camera captured her. And that's what made Apollo suspect her even more, but wait a minute. In that case, it most likely recorded the true culprit as well. That's a negative on that one too, Mr. Wright. In that footage taken after the incident, Miss Sykes is the only one who appears. Order in the motherfucking court. That can be, but if it is, then it is incredibly incriminating. Wasn't it you who proved in the previous trial that the way the true culprit escaped was via the Space Museum after the pads had been switched? A fact you previously proved turned on its ear, leaving your client high and dry. I must say, that is vintage Phoenix Wright. That is why I wish to indict Miss Sykes on the charge of murder. Believing in your client to the end is a basic principle of good defense. Shouldn't you extend the same principle to your own coworker? Yeah, probably right. Maybe I'm not even fit to be a lawyer. However, I don't care. This case is special to me. Ray was my friend. And that's why I just have to know the truth. Apollo suspected his trusted coworker of killing his friend. To dispel his doubts, he investigated on his own, but that only led to more doubts. Apollo must have been really struggling with this. Well, Apollo may have doubts, but I don't. I say it again, Otena Sykes isn't the murderer. Then I have only one thing to say. Evidence is everything in court. Well, Mr. Wright, think you have the concrete proof to knock down my arguments? Your arguments have been very clear, Mr. Justice, and your facts appear to be indisputable. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think of my theory? It looks like not even you can deny it. Miss Sykes was the only one who used the only possible escape route. Under these circumstances, there can be no other suspect but the defendant. Unless you think there was an alternative escape route. Is that what you think, Mr. Wright? Is that what you think, Mr. Wright? Is that what you think, Phoenix? Was there an alternative escape route? Of course. Yes, of course there must have been. Just don't ask me what. You're just bluffing again, aren't you? Me? Bluff? No way. He knows me too well. It's fine, Mr. Wright, don't know. Even a bluff would suit me just fine. As long as you can clear up this doubt inside me. Wait, so is that what this is all about? I want to believe in Athena, I really do. But what is faith without doubt? That's why I need to question her guilt. So that once the truth finally comes out, I can really fully trust her. So that you can really trust me? It seems your junior partner has just showed us what trials are truly all about. I believe you are right. We prosecutors painstakingly question every detail in pursuit of the defendant, while we lawyers believe in and defend our clients to the end. When both sides go all out against each other, that's when we discover the truth. Precisely, and when the battle is over, we will understand the true meaning of trust. That is exactly what trials are about, wouldn't you agree? Yes, I couldn't ignore the seed of doubt that was growing inside me, so I decided I needed to face it head on. No matter what the truth is that's waiting ahead, I won't be afraid. That's so like Apollo, always uber earnest about things like this. Mr. Justice Dono, I vow to dispel every last bit of your doubt in your heart. Good, because I want to believe in Miss Sykes again. You are really hoping there was an alternative route, aren't you, Apollo? But if I use the process of elimination, there really aren't that many possibilities. Director Cosmos was at the southern exit, leaving only the control room and the corridor to the Space Museum. Which door could the culprit have escaped through? Come on, Mr. Wright, where do you think the culprit escaped to? Isn't this very obvious, guys? Wait, what did I save? But I think it's this one.
Take that!
There? Okay, not there. Sorry guys, malfunctioned. My mouse malfunctioned, and I clicked by accident. That's not what I wanted. So let's see. Then right here, present. There. What the fuck? So we are back to square one. That he was in the Space Museum. Yes, of course. Here. They really only could have escaped to the corridor to the Space Museum. All they had to do was use the unconscious Mr. Starbuck's prints to get through the door. It appears that all you're trying to establish is Miss Sykes' guilt. If the culprit used that route, the only exit would have been boarding lounge 2. The logical conclusion of your argument is that the killer is none other than the defendant. I knew it. That's the only way it could be, huh? The culprit escaped into the corridor that leads to the Space Museum. Then I guess it's true, the only exit would have been into boarding lounge too. But Miss Sykes was the only person captured by the boarding lounge 2 security camera. I investigated the crime scene thoroughly. But the only place the culprit could have escaped to was the Space Museum corridor. What about the leaves? There aren't any other secret corridors or anything. So that leaves us with no other conclusion to draw but that Athena Sykes was the culprit. What could the answer be? But was there really no other escape route? But hold on a second. What if... Yeah. What if they are a clue? I think it is possible that the culprit escaped into the Space Museum, but then came out using a route other than the boarding lounge 2. Oh? Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum were switched after the bombing, meaning the Space Museum corridor was moving along the rail at the time. Which is exactly when an alternative escape route opened up for the culprit. Are you kidding me? Judging by the intense look in your eyes, I take it you're serious. Very well then, Mr. Wright, do tell. Where could the culprit have gone from the museum corridor besides the boarding lounge? To? Control room? Obviously, boys. Control room. They jumped into the control room.
Take that!
I see. So you're saying that the Space Museum corridor leads to the spot somewhere in your head? But must it be like being Phoenix Wright? What? After all, this alternative escape route seems to exist only in your mind. Gah. Well, I think I have a beautiful mind. Perhaps we will better shut the security door on that corridor tightly, so that your ridiculous delusions don't slip out onto us. Yes, shut it and lock it too. Which is exactly when an alternative escape route opened up. Fine, just don't exhaust all of your mental capacities while you're at it.
Take that!
We found something odd while investigating the museum corridor this afternoon. Namely, a few dead leaves on the floor. Considering where dead leaves come from, they point us to exactly where the culprit escaped to. Yes, I remember seeing some leaves myself. Do you mean? Yup, while the Space Museum was in motion, just beyond the corridor's safety door, was an alternative place that the culprit could use to escape. In other words, the culprit's real escape route was the area outside the Space Center. You're freaking insane!
Objection!
Do you know how impossible that would be? The corridor is level with the third floor. Even if the culprit tried to leap up to the outside wall of the Space Center building, they would fall to their death.
Objection!
No, the tree is... yeah, I mean, surrounded by trees. Ordinary, yes. But after the bombing incident, the culprit could make use of a certain item. What item was it exactly, Mr. Wright? Don't know. Alright, this is what the culprit used to leap to the outside wall of the main building. Really not, bro. Really not, bro. Really not, bro. Oh, it was lowered to the ground from the window of the 4th floor robotics lab. They didn't jump out, they used the ladder.
Take that!
Easy. An emergency ladder. There was an emergency ladder in the 4th floor robotics lab. And it was used the day after the explosions to help evacuate people. Miss Blackwell herself used that ladder to escape down to the ground level. Record that the launch pads were switched after the ladder was lowered. The corridor would have passed by the ladder while the pads were being switched, and that's when the culprit literally sprang into action. And leapt onto the ladder. What? Who would have imagined? But who is this? Order in the court. Well, an alternative escape route seems to have emerged. Which means someone other than Miss Sykes could have been the culprit, right?
Objection!
Making things up on the fly in an attempt to sway the court again, are we, Mr. Wright? Your theory has so many holes it puts Swiss cheese to shame. Alright, then. Name one. I have here detailed information about the Space Center. According to this, the distance between the museum corridor and the main building during movement is a full 20 feet. 20 feet? You're pulling my leg, right? In addition, the corridor is 3 floors from the ground, or roughly 50 feet. What's more, the culprit would be leaping to a precarious place. An unstable ladder. Human beings feel fear in dangerous situations. It's a basic survival instinct. An ordinary person would certainly hesitate before jumping. Or even freeze in fear and not jump at all.
Objection!
But the culprit had just murdered someone. They weren't in an ordinary state of mind.
Objection!
Nevertheless, why would they have taken that kind of risk? They could have waited for the switch to be complete and escaped the boarding lounge too.
Objection!
Because there was a security camera in the boarding lounge too. The culprit knew they would be recorded if they led the Space Museum that way.
Objection!
In that case, the culprit could have hidden in the museum until things settled down, and then blended in with the other people after the museum opened. That's a good point. But you claim that despite all this, the culprit took a 20-foot death-defying leap, and all in the brief moment and the corridor and the ladder passed by each other? That's also a good point. They would have needed a running start while the corridor was moving to make the jump. If the timing was off, or if they couldn't jump far enough, it would have been an instant death. What kind of person would attempt something like that? Stop bringing up good points, Edgeworth. This true culprit of yours is nothing but a figment of your imagination. Why do you always have to point out every flaw? Mr. Edgeworth's right, that does sound pretty insane. The culprit would have to be someone who feels no fear, like a stuntman. But everyone feels fear on some level, right? Wait a minute. Aha, I've got it this time. I can prove that there is someone who could have used this alternate escape route. Oh, can you now? This proves the possibility of a person who could have used this alternative escape route. Really now. What's that, Mr. Wright? This is a certain person's very interesting psych profile. The subject doesn't experience feelings like normal people do. In other words, this person doesn't feel happiness, sadness, or fear. Doesn't feel fear. Right. You can't be serious. Without the constraint of fear. He could easily do what an ordinary person wouldn't dare. Just as you or I could do, a broad jump on the ground without the slightest fear. This subject could make a 20-foot leap, 50 feet up in the air. He could choose this extreme way of escaping without hesitation. So you're saying that to a person without fear, the alternative route would be quicker and eliminate the chance that they will be spotted? It's definitely pretty extreme, Mr. Wright. Damn. But was there such a person there at the scene? Yes. The Phantom, that mysterious shadowy figure who keeps popping up. Oh dear. The Phantom. Again? I knew the Phantom was there behind the scenes of the Space Center bombing. But I wasn't sure if he was connected to the murder of Clay Terran as well. However, now it's all clear. The Phantom is the one who not only bombed the Space Center, but also killed Mr. Terran. Now, I'm really curious what this Phantom is, if it's Starbuck. Order in the court, order I say, Mr. Wright, please continue. There were just too many similarities between this case and the one from 7 years ago, but why, you may ask? It can only be because both incidents were the work of the same Phantom. So then this Phantom is the one who killed Clay? But who is he? This Phantom has been haunting this case, pulling the strings in the background. Don't tell me it's Aura. Who could this unidentified international spy be? Right, this escape route must have been a part of the Phantom's plan from the start, as was tricking Director Cosmos into switching the launch pads. The bomb on the second floor was meant to make the elevators and stairs unusable. That's why he gave advance warning to and planted the bombs where he did. Yes, I think you're right. But it doesn't explain this one last thing. But it was such a pain, why couldn't they have used the ladders in the other rooms? Robotics lab wasn't the only room with an emergency ladder, but he couldn't have made that leap unless he was certain which one it would be. So you mean the Phantom must be someone who knew that particular ladder was going to be used? That's right. Wait a minute. So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. Oh my, no. Miss Blackwell lowered the ladder after being told by the detective leading the... No, guys. You've gotta be kidding me. Did you figure it out, Mr. Wright? Do you know who the Phantom is? Yes, I do. Who is it? Who killed Clay? No. 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 Bro, no way. What? I like this character so much. After the explosions, a member of the staff crossed the paths with a certain detective. I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. As for the detective who was leading the evacuation from the 4th floor, he had a very specific objective in mind. So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. His objective was to secure his own escape route. Guys, no way, that's pinch me. This is not real. We lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th floor window and escaped that way. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed to the shelter. This is a detective you all know. He's even the lead detective on the current case. He appears to be a very emotional man, but his psych profile says he is without emotion.
Take that!
What? Are you saying? You mean the Phantom is Detective Bobby Fulbright? Exactly, we were all taken in by his fake persona. Detective Fulbright's real identity is the Phantom. The fuck? Order in the motherfucking court, Mr. Wright. How could this be? That's easy, Your Honor. Detective Fulbright was leading the 4th floor evacuation effort. Our first clue is that he made no attempt to have any other ladder put to use. This ladder is in the robotics lab is the only one he ordered to be lowered. The second is that he directed everybody to the basement shelter via this ladder. Verily, it was all part of his plan to create an escape route. What the fuck? After Detective Fulbright saw to it that the ladder was lowered from the robotics lab, he went to the lounge where he killed Clay, Terran, and escaped into the Space Museum. The museum started moving slowly, so he waited for the right moment to get a running start. And just as the corridor was passing the ladder, he leaped onto it. I don't believe it. That other left detective did all that? Was it really him? I mean, all this time I thought... Bobby Fulbright, sorry we didn't catch your name. My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright. The heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you are in need. And my catchphrase? In justice we trust, dude. Then his concern for Simon was also just one big act? I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again, so I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. But Master killed Clay, he had me completely fooled. Come to think of it, he's the one who brought the Lost in Lighter to the court too. The scumbag even made me turn on antenna, damn it. How the hell did I fall for all that? For him to have wormed his way into the police department as well. Your Honor, the defense demands to question but Detective Bobby Fulbright. Yes, I agree that we need to hear from him right away. The court will take a short recess and then Detective Fulbright will take the stand. What the fuck? What in the fuck? What in the fuck is this game? What in the fuck? Detective Fulbright is a phantom? I still think it's Starbuck. December 25, 13 PM. This record defendant lobby number 5. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. Don't know. If it wasn't for everything you did, I am Steve. Don't thank me yet. We still have an uphill battle to fight. You got it, boss. Apollo. Well, this is awkward. Athena, can you do me a favor? What is it? Could you punch me, please? What? Why should I do that? Because I should have believed in you. I let the seed of doubt inside me get the best of me. I'm really sorry that I didn't trust. Don't be such a dope. I was really touched by what you did. Huh? Now what are you talking about? I want to believe in Athena. I really do, but what is faith without doubt? That's why I need to question her guilt. But once the truth finally comes out, I can really fully trust her. You took the time and effort to genuinely think about who I am and what I'm made of. After all that, how could I punch a true friend like you, Apollo? You didn't have any trouble slapping him a second ago. Thanks, Athena. And thanks for waking me up to reality again. I guess I know now who to call if I ever get sleepy in court. It looks like you have some promising young people working under you. Edgeworth. Yeah, I think they are pretty great myself. They are not afraid to keep me in line. Anyway, I have some very good news. Aura Blackwell has surrendered and the hostages have been set free. Trucy and all the others? Oh, thank goodness. Miss Blackwell said she had something she really needed to do. So I granted her special permission to do what she must. I wonder what it is. Miss Blackwell. I didn't come to apologize, if that's what you're thinking. My actions are what allowed the truth of what happened 7 years ago come to light. But I did come because I had something to say to all of you. Miss Aura. She would better not be here to complain about something. Miss Blackwell, I want to apologize to you. The fact that you couldn't trust the court system is our fault. Yes, it's true, the courts are filled with incompetent idiots. Still, I suppose I could let you handle the rest of the case for me. Oh, Miss Aura, does this mean you are starting to trust the system again? No, of course not. Be quiet, hunk of junk. It's just, I wouldn't mind if you were the ones who took Mattis's killer down. Leave it to us, we get him. So I guess that means she's starting to trust us at least. Aura. Simon, I'm so glad both you and the princess were cleared of all suspicion. And so thanks to me and my robots. You better be grateful. I never imagined you would go that far. Though you always were extreme. But I don't recall ever requesting your help. As close as ever, I see. Well, now that you have been released, I guess it's my turn to go live in the slammer. I just hope you're not the prosecutor for my trial. You will probably give me the death penalty. You know me all too well. I guess love can take on a variety of expressions, including stunted in that case. But I truly was about to be executed tomorrow. Though, because of you, it looks like I won't be crossing the Styx just yet. You have my heartfelt thanks, Aura. I'm sorry I caused you so much anguish. Simon. I'm so glad, Simon, so very glad to hear you say that. Aura. Alright, that's enough of that. Bailiff, take me to the detention center. What Miss Blackwell did was inexcusable, but it's clear she did it out of love for her brother. I still can't wrap my mind around Detective Fulbright being the Phantom. I can't believe he killed Clay. Right, and murdered my mentor, which brought great distress upon little Athena. Chief Prosecutor. Yes? I would ask a favor. Would you all allow me to stand at the prosecutor's bench for this trial? I wish to claim the Phantom's head by my own hand. That was my plan all along. After all, it's highly unconventional for a man of my position to stand in court. Sir? The formal paperwork has yet to be filed, but you are hereby conditionally released. Please take the prosecutor's bench in your official capacity and uncover the truth by your own hand. I'm much obliged. The day to part with these has come at last. Chief Prosecutor, could you? How long I have waited. Maybe it's the sense of freedom, but even the air seems fresher, the light brighter. And I will relish slashing that blackguard Fulbright to shreds without mercy. I don't have to be able to read his heart to see how happy he is. Sniffle, I'm so glad, but I won't cry just yet. After all, we still got the trial to finish. It's okay to cry, Otena, I promise. Prosecutor Blackwell, Mr. Wright, please avenge Clay's death for me. What are you talking about, Apollo? You are coming to the defense's bench with me. I am? Well, I can't expect Otena to assist me, now can I? She's the defendant. That leaves you, Apollo. But are you sure you want me? I took a leave of absence and everything. Well, our office is pretty short-handed, and you're all I got. Thank you, Mr. Wright, Dono. Apollo, Dono? Otena, Dono, I can say it with all my heart now. I believe in you, complete innocence, and now we are going to prove it to the world. Thank you, Apollo. I know you can do it. Dude, it being Bobby Fulbright is so insane.
Needing that eye patch anymore, right? Right, because I'm fine now.
I'm so fucking fine. Where is Simon? Why is he not animated in this scene? Where is he? Now this is the Apollo I know. Welcome back, Apollo-sama. It's almost time for the trial to restart, though it looks like you have things well in hand. Yup. I should head back to the prosecutor's office. And not appear in spirit of justice at all. But why? I want to look into a few things, namely the first people on the scene 7 years ago, the facial data registered by the robot, and Detective Fulbright's background. Sounds great, Edgeworth. Thanks. I expect to be repaid with a victory, right? Now excuse me. Okay, you two all set to go? You bet I am. Let's do this. This is it, the final battle. The murder of Apollo's friend. The courtroom bombing incident. And the case that ushered in the dark age of the law 7 years ago. Destiny has called us to bring the one responsible for it all to justice today. It does belong. December 25, 27 p.m. This record code from number 5. 5? 4. They repaired it? Oh, okay. We're just back here in the rubbish. Let us now reconvene. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has never been more ready. You know, this is the first time we have been at defense bench together since I debuted. Now that you mention it, Although back then I thought you were more loud than you were reliable. You've really come a long way since then, Apollo-sama. You've grown a lot. Well, there have been hiccups, but I guess we have done pretty well. He still got that ego of his though. Prosecutor Blackwell? With the 7-year mistake now resolved, you can finally take your rightful place. Yes, I guess we can keep that chit-chat for later. Bailiff, please bring in the witness immediately. Even with those handcuffs off, Prosecutor Blackwell seems to be pretty much the same. 7 years of grumpiness doesn't go so easily, I guess. Bobby Fulbright here. I heard I was needed on the stand, so here I am. Detective Fulbright. Do you know why you have been called to give testimony? Yup, cause there is only one reason why I will be called. In justice we trust, and that is because it's time for justice. In justice we trust is... You can't fool us with that act anymore. Your justice is nothing but lies. What? Are you questioning the integrity of my sense of justice? I mean, sure, sometimes I make mistakes, but hey. He's acting exactly the same as always. Tell me about it. You must be feeling awfully confident. Fulbright, if you wish to dispel our suspicions, then let's get to your testimony. Alright, fine. You want me to prove my righteousness? I can certainly do that. Bobby Fulbright, the Phantom. The embodiment of justice. I am the very embodiment of justice itself. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments. And this is about the escape route is only a theory, you don't have any proof. We don't? What we do have is a proof that Otana Sykes is the culprit, this lighter with her prints on it. So you're saying the suspicions against you are completely false, and that the defendant is the real culprit? That's right. Mr. Lawyer's escape route is totally circumstantial. He doesn't have any proof that I made a big leap onto the ladder. We don't have a proof. You are correct about that. However, you don't have any proof for your claim either. I guess you're right. But you can't define justice with evidence. Who can define it anyway? Justice. It is. Just is. Don't make me break out a dictionary on you. Please don't throw the book at me. I mean, the Phantom didn't just make me set up a stupid pun for him. Let's just try not to lose focus, alright? But my justice is crystal clear. What's not clear are your eyes. Wake up and smell the justice.
Silence.
Enough of your rubbish, Fulbright. If you have even an ounce of justice, then you will answer the court's questions and prove it. Prosecutor Blackwell? Prosecutor Blackwell looks torn. Well, Fulbright was his partner after all. Prosecutor Blackwell is right. The truth will be revealed in the cross-examination. The suspicions against Detective Fulbright are at this point only suspicions. As is my duty, I will judge the claims against the detective as impartially as I can. Does anyone have any objections? That's fine, Your Honor. Now ask away and don't hold back. Well, there don't appear to be any objections. Very well, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination, please. Okay, I start with the third one and the fourth one because I feel like the first two are irrelevant. Ha ha ha, justice. Ha ha ha. Far-fetched arguments, and this is the first one I press. Then please tell us more about the circumstances surrounding this ladder. Well, I would much rather expound on the topic of justice, but oh, alright. Let's see, what should I ask about? Or Blackwell. Please tell the court what you remember about Miss Blackwell at the time. She appeared to be really angry with that the bombing commotion was disrupting her work. She even threw a robot at me. Yikes, I hope it wasn't poor Klonko. This is very important information, isn't it? I just add this statement then. Why don't you let me decide that? Miss Blackwell was extremely crabby about having her work interrupted.
Hold it!
About the lab. Please tell us anything that you remember about the lab. The lab, huh? Well, it was so messy there was hardly anywhere to step. I guess they were in the middle of building a giant robot. Yeah, that's pretty much how it looked when we visited this afternoon too. Okay, I know the drill. You want me to swap this statement into my testimony, don't you? What? No. Way ahead of you. I just swap it in.
Hold it!
You aren't fooling anyone. It chose the ladder in the very room on the purpose to create an escape route. That's not true. It's just that when it comes to ladders, I'm very particular. I had a very good feeling about that ladder. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Oh, did I mess up somewhere along the way? Let's ask about Aura Blackwell. Miss Blackwell was extremely crabby about having her work interrupted. Well, we don't know that.
Hold it!
I'm beginning to wonder, is Miss Blackwell ever not crabby? Well, they already took her down to the station, so it's a bit late to ask her now. Just my opinion, but maybe it's best we don't ask her about that. Ever? Should I try asking the detective something else? Let's just press on like this. Let's proceed with your testimony, shall we? Certainly, certainly. It looks like he's sticking with Otana as the culprit. And it doesn't help that he has the evidence. Let's press him on everything until he cracks.
Hold it!
You mean the lighter that was found in the Space Museum, is that right? The one and only. After Miss Sykes murdered Mr. Terran, she escaped into the Space Museum. That's when she probably dropped the lighter. Then after the launch pads were switched, she ran out of the Space Museum, where her image was caught by the security camera. Without evidence, I should probably save this fight for another time.
Hold it!
About the lab, I feel like.
Hold it!
You're not fooling anyone. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to press on this more.
Hold it!
Not really good. About the lab and then press on. That's what I want.
Hold it!
Okay, let's proceed with your testimony, shall we? Certainly, certainly. Okay, that didn't work, so I have to press him on these as well. The embodiment of justice, those are just empty words. But they say, if you keep saying something, it can eventually become the truth. Is that how people make their dreams come true, too, by wishing over and over? Alright, let's just move on. See, these two sentences are meaningless. I won't have you make me into a villain with a far-fetched argument. My arguments are hardly far-fetched, they are careful reasoning behind my theory. Yes, well, apparently there's reasoning behind even a tofu burger. But what we have against Miss Sykes, though, is not just reasoning, it's solid evidence. And it's called a lighter, with Miss Sykes' fingerprints on it, in the victim's blood. Yes, that's true, but wait, Detective Fulbright was the one who brought that evidence to the trial. If you harbor any suspicions, I suggest you ask Fulbright by journal. Especially about that lighter. He's right, but what exactly should I ask about? Position of the prints. Please tell the court about the position of the prints on the lighter. They are around the same spot on either side, so as they would be if she were holding it up. I suppose if it was used to light the room, it would be held that way. Would you please add the statement to your testimony? The prints were placed just the way they would be if someone were holding it. Lit. Yes, Miss Blackwell did mention she saw a lit lighter being held up. Yup, meaning the person Miss Blackwell saw was the owner of the fingerprints. It just strengthens the argument against Miss Sykes. This line of questioning is going to get me anywhere, except conviction and... should I try asking him something else? The number of prints. So how many prints were found exactly? 3. The thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger of a right hand. Your Honor, that is an important statement. Could we please have it? Swapped into my testimony, you got it? He beat me to it. Be it investigating or testifying, speed is the key. Three prints.
Objection!
I guess. You say the prints were from a right hand, is that correct? That's right, very clear prints. But that just doesn't add up. Huh? What doesn't add up? According to Miss Blackwell, who saw the culprit herself, this person had the lighter in their left hand. Oh. So here is the dilemma before us. Why are the prints on the lighter from a right hand instead of a left? You're right, it doesn't make sense, does it? Your Honor, this lighter can hardly be called incriminating evidence. The witness's claims doesn't hold water. Detective Fulbright, I hope you have a good explanation for this. I just can't understand it. They are definitely right-hand prints. But then, why are they inconsistent with Miss Blackwell's statement? I've got it. What have you got, detective? The mirror. The witness must have seen a reflection of the culprit in the mirror. Go on. Miss Blackwell was looking in through the window of boarding lounge 1, wasn't she? I believe so. If you mean the little window in the back and to the right of the room, that's right, and across the room on the opposite wall. Oh, it's a large mirror. I do remember seeing it. Oh, so you're saying... Yes, the culprit, Miss Blackwell, so must have been a reflection of the person in the mirror. I see. In that case, right and left would appear reversed, wouldn't they? Now, do you see? That's the logic of pure justice.
Objection!
But your argument is only conjecture. You don't have any proof that what Miss Blackwell saw was a reflection.
Silence.
I don't know. You would sooner nick yourself than him like that. Put some more muscle into it. That's right. Besides, the lighter couldn't have been in the left hand. And why not? Miss Blackwell said she saw a nerf emblem on the lighter, didn't she? That emblem is only on one side of the lighter. You're right, there's no emblem on the other side. Exactly, as blank and smooth as the judge's fine scalp. If the culprit had held the lighter in the left hand, they would have covered the emblem. Uh-oh. What's more, this is the kind of lighter you flick open with your thumb before lighting. So if the culprit had held it in their left hand with the emblem out and visible, they wouldn't have been able to open it with alone lighted. But if they had held it in the right hand, they could easily open it and light it. This all means that the culprit was definitely holding the lighter in the right hand. No! Come back, my beautiful contradiction. It appears you have planted a flower that bears no fruit. See how it withers before my flower of justice? He's tough. He's managed to discredit almost everything I have proven up to this point. In justice we trust. Now do you see? I'm not this phantom you have been talking about. I mean, are you sure that it is a spy? I bet they are just a figment of your imagination. Oh, it's so sad, very sad, but I'm afraid Miss Sykes is the culprit. Why are we not doing the psychology test on him? That would prove that he's the phantom we are talking about. Detective Wright, I believe you said that the emblem is only one side of the lighter. Are you sure about that? Of course I'm sure. Why don't you take a look for yourself and see? Do you see a nerf emblem on both sides of the lighter? I knew it. You're lying, detective. Pardon me? You mean... Yes, my bracelet reacted to his statement about the emblem. He's definitely hiding something big, and I think if we use my talent, we might be able to figure it out. Justice, Dono, are you to use that cheat of yours again? It's not cheating, Prosecutor Blackwell. Very well. Whether I like it or not, I suppose we should use whatever works right now. Go on then. We have Prosecutor Blackwell's reluctant blessing, apparently. Okay, Apollo, you're up. Here goes then. Detective Fulbright. Could you repeat that last statement one more time? What in the world are you up to? Alright, fine. I see it as many times as you like. Listen carefully. The Earth emblem is only one side that you can see had it in the right hand. Oops, no. What the fuck, it's so hard to find this shit. Wait, was it his eyebrows? I saw that moving. Now it's not moving anymore. Really? Was I imagining this shit? I was just imagining this shit. What the fuck? Okay. Bro, it's so hard. Uh-huh.
Gotcha!
Fucking finally I found it, bro. Detective Wright, you might not be aware of it yourself, but whenever you say the phrase "the Earth emblem," your left thumb moves. In fact, it appears as though you're running it along the edge of your holster. Mr. Lawyer, I don't have the foggiest notion what you're talking about. Be it as it may, I know it has something to do with the lighter. Now let me examine it. But why? You're not making any sense. You can't just...
Silence!
Be still and do as you're told, Fulbright. If you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't mind them having a look-see, should you? What? Not you two, Prosecutor Blackville? I'm not sure what this is all about, but if Prosecutor Blackville insists, it must be something important. I will allow the defense to examine the lighter. Fuck. It's probably a weapon. Good, now maybe we'll learn something new. I hope so. Now let's check every inch of this thing. Oh. Oh, guys, remember this shit? The back is covered with blood. Say, do you notice anything funny about this blood stain? You're right, it suddenly breaks off unnaturally. Supposedly the lighter was held with the right hand so the emblem was not visible. If so, the prints should be around the emblem and on the lid when you open it. You're right, there's definitely something off here. So this is the Earth emblem Detective Fulbright was talking about. See anything noteworthy? Huh? Look at this, the emblem actually is some kind of button. Yeah, I told you. Wow, it transformed into something. A handle? A trigger? Is this what I think it is? There's no question, it seems. What you have there is a gun. What? gun. So that's it. 10 caliber one. Your Honor, please record this morning's trial when Director Cosmos was on the stand. The bullet that hit the oxygen tank was extremely small, maybe a 10 caliber. This complete little compact gun probably takes bullets of that caliber. Looks like this is the gun that was fired at the scene. I'm flabbergasted, the lighter was a gun? So when Detective Fulbright would touch his holster, that's right, whenever he mentioned the Earth emblem, he must have subconsciously thought about the secret behind the lighter. In other words, he knew it was a gun from the very beginning. A lighter that transforms into a gun seems like a spy gadget to me. It's not the kind of thing any ordinary person can get their hands on. In fact, I would say it's strictly in the domain of elite spies. Detective Fulbright, you will explain yourself. Ho ho ho, there's nothing for me to explain. I didn't know the lighter could transform. I mean, it was found in the Space Museum and then I brought it straight in. I didn't even have the time to check it out.
Objection!
Whenever you mentioned the Earth emblem, you touched the holster. You subconsciously did that because you knew it was a gun. Accuse me all you want, but where is your proof? Do you have any evidence that I knew the lighter was a gun? Not exactly. And whose prints are on it? Miss Sykes' prints. It proves that she is the culprit who fired the gun at the scene. It would appear that the detective is right. Are you guys really trying to prove your client innocent or what? Although it pains me to do this now that we are where we are, I have to make the following assertions coming from the prosecution side. The person who fired the gun at Director Cosmos in the lounge after the incident, and the person Miss Blackwell saw holding the lighter, and the person who murdered Mr. Terran, and the person who bombed the Space Center, are all the defendant, Athena Sykes. The prints on the lighter are decisive proof. No. Now do you see? Man on the side of justice couldn't possibly be the culprit, and I think this about sums up Miss Sykes' part in the whole affair. Evidence certainly does seem to point to the defendant's guilt. Do you have anything to say, Prosecutor Blackwell? Evidence is everything in court, therefore Fulbright's claims stand firm. But calm down, Apollo, he's just saying that because he has to as a prosecutor. Mr. Lawyer, our job is to pursue criminals in the name of justice. You shouldn't cast suspicion on people based on something as dubious as a habit. In fact, you have a bad habit of showing up in court with an awful case of bad head.
Objection!
Says the man who wears sunglasses at night. It's proof you want, it's proof you get. I will prove that the lighter is not Miss Sykes, but yours. Sounds like you have hit on something, Apollo. It's just the prints on the lighter are the basis for accusing Athena. I think we should reconsider the credibility of the evidence itself. You mean you think this lighter might be forged evidence? That's right. It could be all part of Fulbright's bigger plot. Did he do anything out of ordinary while I was off my own? I can definitely think of a few things. It is indeed. Have a look at this. A lighter. If we assume he's been laying a big trap for us all along, there's got to be something off about this piece of evidence. What's wrong with the lighter as a piece of evidence? Where the prints are on it. Anything odd about where the prints are? No, I guess if it was fired as a gun, that's about where the prints would be, but there's gotta be something off about this piece of evidence. Other prints were left on it. No, I guess I don't see anything strange about the prints were left on the lighter. Nothing unusual about the angle of the prints or how they were patchy. There's gotta be something off about this. The owner? Are they really Athena's fingerprints? They definitely match the print data. But what about the data itself? Detective Fulbright, you were the one who provided us with the lighter and print data. Isn't that correct? Yes, what about it? You say Miss Sykes' prints match the print data, but I have to wonder, was the data you used official? Mr. Wright, are you suggesting that the evidence might have been fabricated? I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's re-examine the prints. Using the official sanctioned print data of the people involved in this case. What? You dare insult the epitome of justice and integrity? There's no need for such antics.
Silence.
Your Honor, I lend my voice to the defense's request. You must allow the test to be rerun. Very well, then bailiff. Ah, it appears that the official data is here. And the results? It's just that the defense claims. This proves that the prints on the lighter do not belong to the defendant. What? Yes. The fingerprints actually belong to the victim, Mr. Clay Terran. They were Clay's fingerprints on the lighter? Ah, I see. Come to think of it. Wasn't it you, Fulbright, who collected the victim's prints? I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all. When you took the deceased's fingerprints, you could have easily planted his prints on the lighter with his blood. After which you wiped the blood off his hand. But your own admission, you were also the one who compiled the phony print data, or to put the blame on Miss Sykes. The ploy must have been to distract us from the Phantom who was behind everything. You were out to create the impression that the Phantom wasn't the true culprit. So does this mean Detective Fulbright released the Phantom? Remember the killer's escape route. No ordinary person would have been fearless enough to attempt it. Nobody but the Phantom, the man with no emotions, could have done it. Detective Fulbright, you were the only one who could have used that escape route. Fulbright, are you really the Phantom? No? Answer me, or so help me, I will slash you to tiny silvers where you stand. Alright, I talk. I confess. I'm not the Phantom.
Silence.
It's all over. Now be a man and admit it already. But I'm not a spy. I'm an undercover investigator. I've actually been after the Phantom myself. Undercover investigator? That sounds less than wholesome to me. A person who hides his identity and secretly investigates in order to uncover information. And that's what you really are, Fulbright. That's right, I was working to track down the Phantom, but sadly, even though I was supposed to catch the spy ended up catching me. He took my family hostage and forced me to cooperate with him. What?
Objection!
You're telling us this now, but what you say is true then. Who was the mystery person Miss Blackwell and Mr. Starbucks owe? It was the Phantom, I tell you. All I did was help him having that emergency ladder lowered for him.
Objection!
I don't believe you, then how do you explain the fabricated lighter? That was also one of the Phantom's demands. Being the detective in charge of the case, it was easy for me to fabricate evidence. Pinning the crime on Athena Sykes was just another one of the Phantom's orders. And you expected to buy that? Fulbright, what was the Phantom's ultimate objective? I was told it was to sabotage the rocket launch. Someone who didn't want the launch to happen must have given him the order. Actually, I have to apologize to you too. Phantom told me to get close to you. He ordered me to get back that psych profile you have on him. So he sent a buzzard of his own to tell me this past year, did he? I haven't been a champion of justice. I've just been a pawn of evil. A pawn of the Phantom who stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago. Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity. I don't know, he was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. But there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom after all. With the ceiling blown off, I suppose you're vulnerable to a sniper shot in this courtroom. Just 2 seconds ago, Fulbright was treating Otana like a criminal. Does he really think he's going to lie his way out of it now? But on the surface, everything does seem to make sense. This could be bad, Mr. Wright, if you can't find a flaw in his logic. He's right, after we have come all this way, we can't let Fulbright wriggle free now. There, I finally told the truth. Now I hope you see how foolish it was to think I was the Phantom. You're an intelligent man, Prosecutor Blackwell. You believe me, right? I believe you. I don't think you're the Phantom. What? How can you say that, Prosecutor Blackwell? It's obvious that he's a Phantom. Evidence is everything, Wright don't know. And you must admit there's no clear evidence that Fulbright is the Phantom. Yes, as I recall, the only solid proof we have seen up to this point is the fact that Detective Fulbright fabricated evidence. But I've known Fulbright here for a year now, and all this time he's been quite intent on rehabilitating me. I don't believe his efforts were a lie. Prosecutor Blackwell, this fool truly thought he could reform a death row inmate like me. He went so out of his way in his efforts for me, he actually became quite a nuisance really. Prosecutor Blackwell, you believe me? Please tell me Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't really been taken in by this big phony. However, even if it was against your will, you still acted as the Phantom's accomplice. You will have to pay the price for that. Throw yourself at my mercy and don't you ever betray me again. Have you got that? Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Such a bond of trust is a rare and beautiful thing. In any case, it looks like everything has been resolved. I can now hand down a not guilty verdict with confidence. Very good, I'm very glad to hear it. It's all over, everything's been cleared up, and Miss Sykes will go free as well. Mr. Wright, we can't let this trial end here. If we do, the Phantom, the man who killed Clay, will get away. I know, but what do I do? I don't have any proof that Detective Fulbright is the Phantom. Is this it? Is he going to get away just like that? Now, if you excuse me, my next investigation awaits. And with that, in justice we trust. I'm off. Edgeworth. The defense? No, wait. Not the defense. The defendant feels it's not time for a verdict yet and would like to see this trial continue. What? But I was just about to declare you innocent of all charges. It just doesn't feel right to be standing here. Hey Apollo, think you could scooch over? Otana, what are you doing? Hope you don't get held in contempt of court. I have some questions for you, Detective Fulbright. Are you really that you're no longer under suspicion of being the Phantom? Are you grateful to Prosecutor Blackwell for what he's done for you? Of course I am, and I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. Athena, where are you going with these questions? Just not the mood matrix. I've yet to hear a single emotion behind any of Detective Fulbright's words, boss. The suspicion against him has been cleared, but he's not feeling happy at all. What does he not? Does that mean? We may not have any evidence, but the heart doesn't lie. That's it. With your special ability, we just might be able to stop him. Your Honor, the detective has been deeply traumatized by your accusations. Yes, well, even before all this, I thought he was a rather odd fellow. If he doesn't get counseling right away, who knows what might happen to him. Ho ho ho, ha ha ha, Prosecutor Blackwell, can you believe the nonsense the defense is spouting? Fulbright, I think you would be better have that counseling. Not you too? You have been making bad remarks ever since you were accused of being the Phantom. Such as you are an undercover investigator and your family has been taken hostage. I fear you might have finally lost it. But I thought you believed me.
Silence.
Oh, how you amuse me so. What's going on here? That was an excellent bit of psychological manipulation just now, Simon. I knew you would catch on, Athena. Mind filling me in here? Yes, we left you in the dust, huh, Mr. Wright? Simon was only pretending to believe Mr. Detective Fulbright, because he knew I would notice that there was lack of emotions like joy or relief in his response. So he gave me the chance to take a listen. And listen I did, to the voice of Detective Fulbright's heart. What? You two were working together just now? Come now, Athena. Show us what's inside Fulbright's heart. You got it. Time to check the instant replay. Widget, mon ami, let's do this. Oh. Please let this end, bro. Let this end, bro. Can I finish a game in March? I mean, I finished Hotline Miami, that's it. Thank you for believing in me, Prosecutor Blackwell. Even with all the over-top expressions and gestures, he's registering no emotion at all. It's just like I thought, right in line with the Phantom's psych profile. Detective Fulbright, this lack of emotion proves you're the Phantom. Hey, what's going on? Wait, hold it. What do you think you're doing, Detective? Me? I'm not doing anything. He's trying to hack into the Mood Matrix program. I can't do anything with this. Fancy device you have there, but I tolerate no cheating, thank you. Sorry about that. As an undercover agent, I tend to use my secret arsenal without even thinking. Or like, as a spy. Thanks, Prosecutor Blackwell. There, now that you can't hack me anymore, I dare you to try to hide your lack of emotions from us. Lack of emotion? What are you talking about? Of course I have feelings. As a matter of fact, you have wounded me very deeply with that accusation. What's going on? All of a sudden I'm getting overwhelmingly happy reading. But he's literally crying us a river over there. Oops, my mistake, how about this? Yikes, now he's angry all of a sudden. What's he trying to pull? Like as not, it would appear our friend is not completely without emotion. It's just as it says in Dr. Sykes' profile of the Phantom, the subject has a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation. Oh, I get it, so he has some emotions, right? Precisely, which leads me to wonder why you can't sense any emotions from him at all. I believe it's most likely because he is controlling his emotions. Very good, Prosecutor Blackwell, you are correct, it's the result of my daily training. A very important skill for us undercover investigators, you know. More like for our spies. Seriously. But I wonder why he suddenly showed several strong emotions. Wait a minute. I think I know. I sense there's a feeling you're trying to hide with your exaggerated emotions, detective. Oh, I'm feeling I'm trying to hide. That's a good one. You're the ones who have been saying I'm the Phantom because I don't have any emotions. I was just trying to show you the range of deep emotions I truly possess. Then you have no objections to me analyzing you right now. Nope, analyze away. But I will state it again, I am not the Phantom, and be forewarned that your analysis will have no effect, because you are about to see what an undercover agent can really do. Me, the Phantom? No way! Oh, I'm so sad. See, I told you I have no emotions. How dare you accuse me of being someone who would kill over a moon rock? Why are you happy, Bray? Maybe this. I don't think so. I've never seen a person in such chaotic emotional state. But there has to be something here, I just know it. It's maybe a long shot, but if that really is a real emotion mixed in here somewhere, then it's possible that it would be the one emotion that doesn't disappear. That one that doesn't disappear. I give it another look. Okay, that's a good help. So which one? This is gonna be... I'm shooting in the dark here. Sad? Oh, this is gonna be so specific. What the? How are we supposed to pick out what's the unnatural from this mess? I don't know what we can do with this either. This must be his defenses against your ability. So you think this is what he meant by what he's really capable of? I would hate to know what's going on inside that guy's head. Well, we know he's hiding something. And that he feels threatened by Athena. Being only human, his true feelings and emotion he can't completely conceal. He must be hidden somewhere in his testimony. Okay, I look up strategic wiki because I don't want to deal with this case by Destinies. It was more than enough of this Moon Matrix thing. Thanks. It's really funny, but yeah. It's not that good. It's not that good, bro. It's not that good. Okay, try a day 2. Oh my god, okay. Oh, you meant like isn't fading, so at all. Because the most of them did fade. understand. I found it. I found that one emotion you're truly feeling. What? Hidden in the middle of the chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. When you talked about the moon rock, you felt a fear that wouldn't fade. Fear, huh? A fear that man with hardly any emotions feels. And it was a response to that moon rock. Detective Wright, I presume you feel fear over concerning the moon rock because your identity will be revealed. Of course, that's it. Enough, Fulbright. Detective Fulbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You're afraid that the moon rock will somehow reveal your identity. If his identity were revealed, he would be killed immediately. That's certainly enough to make even the Phantom feel afraid. Me afraid? I don't know what you're talking about. So, there really is something about the moon rock that would reveal his identity? Apparently so. Wait a minute. Maybe the Phantom didn't so much steal the moon rock, but more like he had to take it with him? Because there was something on it that would reveal his true identity.
Hold it!
Where do you think you're going? Me? I'm not going anywhere. Is it just me, or was he going to use that weird watch thing to try to get away? How many more of those toys does he have? And where can I get myself some? Detective Fulbright, you will answer honestly to this court right now. Why do you feel fear in connection with the moon rock? Injustice, we trust. No emotion, not emotions, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything. I'm the Phantom because I'm afraid. Don't make me laugh. What was that just now? But all human beings have hearts and experience emotions. Sometimes analyzing a case from the psychological perspective is the best way to find the truth. It's all just a waste of time. All your efforts at analysis serve no purpose. And now in this dark age of the law, nobody would believe your claim that it's effective. In an era where evidence is fabricated, do you truly expect feelings to be accepted as proof? And where exactly is this proof that I feared the moon rock anyway? Well, I admit I don't have any conventional proof, but I still have the examining the person's hearts has its merits. Oh really? Then why don't you listen carefully with those special ears of yours? Listen to the voices of the hearts of the people in the gallery. All I hear is distrust. As you can see, the people are on my side, because all they see is a strange little girl using a weird little machine. It's not like I use analytical psychology to falsely accuse people. Oh, he's got to turn adulting herself. Miss Sykes' analytical psychology has breathed new life into the courtroom. It has freed the hearts of many witnesses and has been key in getting to the truth. What nonsense. Your Honor, the defense's claim is a false one. I don't feel any kind of fear when it comes to the moon rock. I see. Very well, I will give the opinion of this court. In a trial, I don't feel that the person's emotions are quite as compelling as actual evidence. But Your Honor, Oh ho ho, ha ha ha. There, you see, nobody believes you and you trumped up charges. However, I do believe Miss Sykes' analyses can contribute to marking the truth clear. I have seen her do this firsthand several times already. Surely you jest. So does this mean you will accept my findings in this trial, Your Honor? Yes, I believe your claim, Miss Sykes. I think there is a merit in examining why the witness feels fear in regard to the moonrock. That is the court's opinion on this matter. Then that's a win for me. No, a win for analytical psychology. Now, Mr. Phantom, you will tell the court the reason for your fear. Analytical psychology? My fears? Fine. I'll show you precisely why those abstract things can be considered evidence. Ho 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 ha ha ha. My fear of the moonrock. I felt fear when I thought about the moonrock because it reminded me of the Phantom. Yes, I'm very afraid of him because he took my family hostage. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moonrock? None at all. So the very fact that I'm afraid of the moonrock means I'm not him. In fact, I'm on the side of the justice. And there you have it. Now, do you see why I'm afraid of the moonrock? Sure, you sound convincing enough. But so does any 2-bit con artist. It's all meaningless in the absence of evidence. The Phantom is like the mist, no flesh, no bones. My sword alone cannot cut it. Wright don't know. With your deductive reasoning and the body of evidence before us, let us send this miserable Phantom fellow to the other world together. You and I, Prosecutor Blackwell. We have a duty to bring the Phantom down and restore the people's faith in the courts. Indeed, by covering for Athena, I allowed the Phantom to escape. And as a prosecutor, I gave birth to the people's mistrust with my murder conviction. I bear part of the responsibility as well, for being suspected of forging evidence and losing my attorney's badge as a result. The two of us and the Phantom were the beginning of the dark age of the law. Then it is also our burden to cut away the foul spectre we created, is it not? Until all that remains is the righteousness of the court and the faith of the people. Ho ho ho, ha ha ha. Trust, understanding, how fragile ideas of the masses are controlled by emotion. Humans can truly trust each other, which is exactly why the illusion of trust is so enticing.
Objection!
Once two people overcome their misgivings, that's where real trust is to be found. You are free to believe what you may want, but trust like that is stronger than you and your lies alone. Anyways, so I already looked up what I have to present and where, so sorry guys, bit of a cheating, but I wanna play other games. You have to present the utility knife here.
Objection!
Detective Fulbright, I assume you know what that is. Of course, that's the knife the Phantom used to kill Clay Terran. That's right, and the exact same type of knife Miss Sykes used 7 years ago when she stabbed the Phantom's hand. Yes, that was discussed earlier, as I recall. Miss Sykes then stated that she remembers the culprit bleeding. It's my theory that the culprit's blood got on the moonrock, and he was afraid that if the blood was analyzed, his true identity would be revealed. That explains why the Phantom had to remove the moonrock from the crime scene. You mean if we run in the analysis now, we would know who the Phantom is? Ha ha ha, yes, I suppose so. But unfortunately, the moonrock in question is missing. That may be so, but I'm certain I can explain what happened to it in great detail. You can? Of course. Not. You don't actually expect us to believe that, do you? Because you don't fool me. What this court needs is a bully-free zone. And the infamous sword of Bangling bluff. Its edge is without compare. Come now, ready it with me, and show us just how finely it cuts. Your Honor, this is an outrage. Oh, I mean, this is an outrage. Go on, Wright. Let's start with something that's been bothering me for a while. Another culprit supposedly removed the moon rock from the lab. But in this video of him, it's nowhere to be seen. Oh, you're right. But here's something to consider. What if the Phantom hid the moon rock somewhere at the scene of the crime? Good thinking, boss. Security was super tight at the Space Center back then. Does this mean that the moon rock is still somewhere in the Space Center? In the name of justice, I proclaim that's impossible. Why is that? The Space Center was searched from top to bottom, and especially the lab, but the moon rock never found. How could I forget about that? A sad but true fact, we still haven't a grasp on how it was done. I'm just guessing, but... Just guessing, but the Phantom made the moon rock vanish into the ether. There's no way it just disappeared. Logic and evidence tells us otherwise. The Phantom didn't have the moon rock on him when he left the lab. Yet a thorough police search didn't turn up anything. And it never turned up in 7 years after that either. The Phantom made the rock disappear without physically removing it himself. But how? There must have been a way. Think, Phoenix, think. How did the moon rock vanish from the Robot X lab? So, can you or can you not show what happened to the moon rock, Mr. Wright? Yes, I can, Your Honor. What? Oops, sorry, I mean... What? In that case, let's have your answer, Mr. Wright. How did the Phantom make the moon rock disappear from the crime scene? Easy. I think I'm gonna present the earrings because that has had not any significance so far. Easy. That's where the moon rock was hidden? Sorry. I guess it's the bomb. I guess it's the bomb then. That was my other question. That was my other option here. Sorry. Only plant bomb. Dude, what the fuck? What are these fucking evidences? If they don't have anything to do with the case. What the fuck? But you don't... Okay. Review the SE? What happens? Oh, it just tosses you back. You can't do jack shit with the DLC, bruh. Okay. Okay, think this through. How would you remove something from the crime scene? How would this shit disappear? Hope capsule? Launching into the space, only return to Earth? Yeah. Yeah. That's the Hope capsule, right? That's why he was scared. The one that went up with the Head-1 rocket? He couldn't carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it in the center to be found either. So there was only one safe place to stash it. The Hope capsule was there in the lab that day. Yes, and the team must have loaded it onto the Hope space probe eventually. But if that's what happened, then the moon rock would have been launched up into the space along with the rocket. Preposterous. It would mean that for these past 7 years, the moon rock was Exactly. The Phantom got rid of the moon rock in the most cosmic way he knew how. on the probe, it was out there in the depths of space. Aboard the Hope space probe. What? Order in the motherfucking court. I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage the head dash one anyway. The villain, he used his primary objective to conveniently kill two birds with one stone. That's right, he planned for the moon rock to be turned into cosmic dust out in the space, thereby destroying the one piece of evidence that could reveal his true identity. But Mr. Starbuck and the others foiled the Phantom's plot. The Hope space probe sailed off safely on its mission and returned 7 years later, with the capsule in tow. If you analyze the blood on the moon rock, it should make one thing crystal clear, that you were the Phantom all along, Detective Wright. No. So the kid played just so he could get the moon rock back? I believe so. His original assignment may have been just to sabotage the head dash too, but at the same time he also had to retrieve the evidence of his crime 7 years ago. That's how he went to the boarding lounge and attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the capsule. But in the end it was all he could do just to escape himself so he didn't get the capsule. Clay must have done everything he could to stop Fulbright. He probably hung on to the capsule for all he was worth until his very last breath. Oh, this is so funny, you make me laugh, you really do. Oh, he's totally out of whack now. It's game over for you, Detective Fulbright. Why don't you just admit it to it? Oh no. There's nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fulbright, undercover investigator, I tell you. I'm not the Phantom. Blood on the rock is just another one of your schemes, a trap. Now I'm not sure what to think. I suppose if the Phantom is by worth of his salt, a trap is not out of the question. But in that case, you could say anything is a trap. That's a trap, so that's what makes a trap a trap. I've been framed into taking the blame for the Phantom. Your Honor, I believe further investigation is in order.
Silence.
Further investigation? Or applauding your escape? But no more. I will bring you to justice myself if I must. Here and now. I guess it's time to show you just what I'm really capable of. Die, Simon Blackwell. Hey, you guys aren't really... It looks like I made it just in time. Edgeworth. I have good news for you, Mr. Wright. I have uncovered some very crucial facts. Did you find something out about the Phantom's true identity? You might say that. I started by looking into the first people on the scene 7 years ago. All three, an employee and 2 officers, were registered in the robot's recognition systems, but none of them looked like at least a bit like Detective Fulbright. That's not good. But there's more. I've yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell, you will best brace yourselves. Uh-oh. The man you see there before you, Bobby Fulbright, is already long dead. What? What's that supposed to mean? An unidentified body was found a year ago. It has now been proven to possess Bobby Fulbright's fingerprints. Then does this mean... Yes, that man there is an imposter pretending to be Bobby Fulbright. An imposter? Then this man... Who in the world is he? Enough of your trickery. If you will not reveal yourself to us, then I shall do it for you. What the... No! His face! Oh, look at what you did to my mask. Mask? What is the meaning of this, witness? Okay, you got me. I guess I have to show you who I really am now. Gustav Gavin. Clavier Gavin. Dude, I fucking knew it, bro. I fucking knew it. Wait, but that's... Hey Apollo, yup, it's me, Solomon Starbuck. Sister Starbuck, but that can't be right. You really can't be the Phantom, can you?
Silence.
Of course not. The real Starbuck was aboard the Head Dash one, which was set to be destroyed. Yeah, this is just another mask. I mean, didn't I tell you? I'm an undercover investigator. I can change identities at will. I can be anything I want. Anyone I want. No, not so fast. I have the Phantom Psych profile right here. If you compile the Psych profile on you and compare the results, it will prove that you're the Phantom. It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phase. The end justifies the means. He has a bomb. That voice. Those words. I cannot accept such evidence here, Miss Sykes. Professor means... Mask? I take what I want by any means necessary. Now give me the evidence. Time to take out the trash. Permanently. How could you? Now do you see how powerful the end justifies the means can be?
Silence.
How pathetic. You can't even speak without wearing another man's face. Ah, but that's the life of an undercover agent for you. My real face has no meaning or value to me at all. Perhaps is it really the case that you don't even know who you are anymore? What must you see when you look in the mirror, Mr. Phantom? Not an awful lot, I would wager. Well, aren't you just the master of psychology, Blackwell? That's right, I don't know who I am. I am always living as someone else for my assignments. I don't remember what my face looks like, or even what my personality was like. My face, memories, personality, beliefs, emotions and soul, I left them all behind. I have no self. I am no one. I am nothing but an endless abyss. What's with this guy? Is he even still human? And now we resume you with your lesson, Professor Wright. Oh, huh? I believe you made this argument earlier. If you were to analyze the blood on the moon rock, you could prove that I am the Phantom. I believe there was blood on the moon rock in the capsule. Now that we know you aren't even Bobby Fulbright, your claims of a Phantom trap won't work anymore. Then why did you bring this moon rock in? This decisive evidence is from the Hope capsule. It's not there. I think I will do just that. Get ready, because the Hope capsule is about to seal your fudge. It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. Smithereens. Looks like you have finally caught on. Full marks for the defense for effort. But what a shame your hope was lost in that courtroom explosion. So that's the real reason this courtroom was blown up. It was ordered the Phantom to destroy that one piece of evidence. Can't believe it. Have we really reached the dead end after coming all this way? Has the only evidence we have on this guy really been destroyed? How dare you continue calling me the Phantom? As I've said all along, I'm just a nameless undercover agent.
Objection!
No, and the defense will continue to assert that you are the Phantom. Furthermore, we have proof. Or at least a prayer. I'm afraid that won't do, Mr. Wright. At least put on some weight behind your swing, Wright. I know, I'm trying. There's only one thing that can unmask this menace, the moon rock. But what was blown to bits in the courtroom bombing, and yet it is really gone without a trace? What if some tiny parts, some little fragments still exist? Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there too. Strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture. Very well, Mr. Wright, let's see your proof. What evidence will finally prove the Phantom's identity? The earring. The earring, bro. The moon rock earring. Take a look at this. Okay, take the penalty. Fuck off, bro. 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 No, my stainless record. I was given a penalty and I must murder the judge. Okay. So what could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Isn't that the bomb that blew up in the courtroom? And the moon rock along with it. Are you saying this will reveal the Phantom's identity? Yes, Your Honor. Focus your attention on this photo taken after the bombing, specifically here. This shit. Take that! Please take a look at this newspaper article. This article about the head dash one. Now please note the strange black and yellow rock on the left. That's the moon rock, and when we look at the photo of the bomb fragments, see how there is a rock-like object with some coloration. Oh my, yes, I see it. It would seem that the moon rock was much more durable than the Phantom thought. If you take a look at all the fragments from the police found, we are likely to find one with blood. And the DNA testing on the blood will prove that the witness is indeed the Phantom. Unbelievable. But that's impossible. Surprised to be sure. That's one bloody tough rock. Let us have the fragments tested straight away. Oh, and you'll be having a DNA test too. Fool, Wright. Bailiff, contact the police department immediately and order the testing. Why is he not running away? He's a spy after all. Prosecutor Blackwell, what do the test results show? That was a rock fragment that had blood on it and appeared to be several years old. DNA testing revealed... Well, I'm sure you know full well what it revealed. They confirmed it was the witness's blood, didn't they? There's no use in trying to talk your way out of it anymore. The Phantom made me do it. Admit, you're the Phantom. Objection! Huh? Mr. Wright, did you just raise an objection to yourself? No, I didn't say a word. That was my objection, Apollo-sama. Huh? Why? It was pretty good objection too, don't you think? Nice me. So, did you have an objection or not, Mr. Wright? Don't know. Huh? Oh, no, not really, Your Honor. No, not you, Mr. Wright. I mean the witness, Mr. Wright. Could this trial get any more insane? Mr. Wright, this fragment of rock in the photograph and just like it, and those just like it. How can you be so sure they are pieces of the same moon rock that was at the robotics lab? Care to explain what you mean? Well, there may have been a rock or two in the courtroom that had my blood on it. But how do you know they are not just rocks? You can prove that they are the moon rock, right? Objection! Don't be absurd. Just compare the fragment with the rock in the newspaper article, and anybody can see that they are the same. They have the exact same coloration. But maybe some other rock with the same coloration happened to be in the courtroom. It's highly unlikely a rock with such unique appearances just happened to be there. But you can't deny it's a possibility. Can this fucking idiot please just give up? But your blood was found on one of the fragments. Apollo, there's nothing suspicious about my blood being on the piece of rock. I think this is the reason why people don't like this game. I know it sounds like an excuse, but several years ago I tripped and fell in this very courtroom and was hurt pretty badly. An undercover cop, by the way, who pretended to be Bobby Fulbright, who died a year ago. Maybe that's how my blood found its way onto a piece of rubble. Even he must realize how ridiculous this sounds. And yet, I suppose it's not completely out of question. Haha, I see you're starting to sweat, Mr. Bright, don't know. I thought that the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're the last person I want to hear that from. Well, then why don't we get those fragments analyzed? You could ask an expert to verify if they were from the Moonrock in the robotics lab or not. Phoenix? Question mark? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that just isn't going to be possible. And why not? In order to prove that the fragments are from what you say you are from, you would need a sample of the Moonrock from several years ago to compare it with. But that Moonrock doesn't exist anymore. It does, it's the earring. And there's no sample data left either. So you see, short of going back in time, there's no way to prove that any of the fragments are from the Moonrock. No! No! What's gonna happen now? I wonder. There's really no way to prove it. Are you finally ready to throw in the towel? Which of you was that? So the Moonrock doesn't exist anymore, huh? That's right, it was such a valuable rock too. A shame, really. But it's lost to us forever. He's wrong. It's not completely lost. There's another piece of it, right here by our side. A shining fragment of hope that can turn everything around. The final piece of evidence to put this phantom away for good. The defense has a piece of evidence that completely contradicts your claim. You have what now? A final fragment of hope that was passed down with great love and care. We do? We do, even if the person holding it hasn't realized it yet. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Pay no attention to him, Your Honor, he's just bluffing as usual. I wonder if you'll be able to force your biggest smile when you see what I have got. Try me. But just about the only things my mother left me with are widget and this earring. Otana, you may not know it, but your mother left with you a very important piece of evidence. She did. You're bluffing. You don't have anything of the kind. Oh, but we do. Evidence that will finally corner you, because we have a Moonrock of our own. Yeah. Oh, you mean... Exactly, this gift Dr. Sykes left her daughter. An item Otana has cherished and worn all these years. As distant as Dr. Sykes may have seemed to her daughter, that fragment of her love will shake off the darkness of the past and give us hope for the future. This is the defense's sample of the Moonrock. That's your sample? This earring that Miss Sykes always wears was made from that original Moonrock. What? All this time it was right here all along? Can this end, please? No? It can't be. In the composition of the bomb fragments and the earring are found to be a match. Then it will prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that the origin of the fragment in this photo, and since the test results show that the blood on the fragments was yours, this means that the identity you tried so hard to hide will finally be revealed. The identity I tried to hide. I don't have an identity to hide. I may not have Athena's ears, but now even I can hear the fear in your voice. Fear. I don't feel fear. I left all of my emotions behind years ago. Every human being feels fear. You simply can't face the emotions inside you. You can't face them because you have nothing, no love, no trust. And I suppose you do? I didn't have anybody to support me at first either. I couldn't face the fear inside me, couldn't get over the trauma of my past. Like I said, I don't feel fear.
Objection!
Then you're just a coward for running away from yourself. When I had my doubts about Miss Sykes, I felt like I would collapse under the weight. But I wanted to trust her. And I knew I could trust Mr. Wright to uncover the truth. That's why I was able to face my suspicions without hesitation. Running away from myself. How can I run from myself? When there's nothing inside, nothing at all.
Objection!
I know it's hard for someone as unwilling to trust others as you to understand, but the people have emotions. It's just a fact of life, and so people can be weak at times. But that's exactly why people need to trust one another. So they can gain the strength to face themselves when things are there at their bleakest. Without trust in others, how can you ever hope to face your fears? Can you change masks, please? How many masks did he have, by the way? The fear inside of me. Is this... No. Terrifying shit. I'm afraid, I'm scared. I feel fear. You can't outrun yourself. Remove that mask and unleash your emotions. Confront your guilt head on. With your own true face. My own true face? No, please don't. I know you're here. Where are you? See? I haven't revealed anything yet. Honest. I don't have one. My face. What the fuck? Again. What the fuck? Is this my face? Is it? Is it? No, that's not it. No. This isn't me either. Is this me? Which one is my face? What am I? This is so fucking weird, bro. Was he shot? A sniper attack in this very courtroom. It chills me to my bones. But the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper as we speak. Prosecutor Blackwell, how is Detective Fulbright? I mean, his imposter doing? He's a lucky fellow. The bullet didn't hit any vital organs. He appears to be in no danger of dying. Well, that was fortunate for all of us. The analysis of that final piece of evidence Wright submitted is in. The composition of Miss Sykes' earring and the fragment with the blood on it match. We can now be certain that it is a fragment of the moonrock in question. The murders and the bombings at the Space Center, both past and present. The bombing of the courtroom number 4 and all of his other crimes as numerous as the stars. On the suspicion of all of these things, the spy known as the Phantom has been incarcerated. Prosecutor's office is now responsible for his well-being. There are still myriad of things we wish him to tell us about after all. Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, it's time to finally bring this trial to an end. But before I do, will the defendant please return to her proper place? Yes, Your Honor. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Athena Sykes, guilty as fuck. Okay, interesting case, I gotta say. It's way over the top with the unmasking. I kinda see the point. Court is adjourned. It's gonna be all sorts of characters here. December 29:12 p.m. Please record defendant lobby number 5. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Thank you, Purse, and thank you for being there for Athena. It's the least I could do. But Athena was great, wasn't she? She was so strong throughout the whole trial. Daddy, I'm so glad to see you. Trucy, are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine, Daddy. I was doing magic tricks for the other hostages to keep our spirits up. That's our Trucy for you. I'm really glad to see you're safe. Right, I fear I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. Edgeworth. We have never would have caught him if it weren't for all of you. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? You're the ones who have been tracking the Phantom all this time. Plus, you were the one who gave Blackwell permission to serve as a prosecutor, right? Yes, well... You knew that the Phantom was somewhere nearby. The police and I were trying to find him, but we never did manage to do so until this trial. Well, we never would have won this trial without you. It was your help as chief prosecutor that was the key to its successful conclusion. Besides, it was you that saw it to it. I got my attorney's badge, wasn't it? So you figured it out, did you? Yeah, getting my license back went just a little too smoothly, you know. Should have been much harder after all that evidence forging scandal. Well, I owed you a few favors. Hey Edgeworth, think we can finally bring the dark age of the law to an end? Even the darkest night turns to dawn eventually. Our sun will rise again. Sun will rise again. Wait, that's not the... Wait a second. Sun will rise again. Because I was thinking of the fire rises. Sun will rise again. Wait, this is a Horse of Iron 4 mod again. The sun will rise again. Get involved in politics. What is this map? This seems to be a modern map. I mean, there's Yemen, Oman, Saudi Arabia, all sorts of like... No, not really, because there's like a whole chunk of French colony in Africa. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Tibet, so China still didn't invade that. India is as big. Yeah, I mean India still has like territories over in Mongolia. I don't know what this mod is or what. Yeah. But there's the sun will rise again, the fire rises. Both are Hearts of Iron 4 mods. And there's the Millennium Dawn. I mean, Hearts of Iron 4 really is good. It really is a good game. I should get obsessed with it. Addicted to it. Besides, now that the prosecutor Blackwell has been cleared of all charges, a great deal of the mistrust towards the court system should have been swept away. You know, you could have said that with a bigger smile, Edgeworth. It won't kill you. Instead, the furrows in the brow of yours just keep getting deeper and deeper. So I should smile more, huh? I think about it. Oh, the complicated love-hate relationship between lifelong rivals. Come on, man. Athena. I'm forever in your debt. You went to all that trouble, even taking the bar exam while you were overseas. Well, I knew that if I didn't get your sentence overturned fast, you would be executed. So I studied and studied. I was frantic. I'm so glad I made it in time. Just barely. But I still made it. Other girl, Athena, it's good to see you finally let your tears out. Yes, I survived by the skin of my teeth, thanks to you. Shame on you, Simon, for trying to throw your life away like that. It was never my intention to just throw my life away. But some things in this world are more important than your own life. Like what? My honor-bound duty to protect with my life. My mentor's most beloved treasure. Huh? That's some loyalty. This guy really is a samurai, through and through. Well, it looks like we can breathe easy now. Apollo, Athena, thank you both. It took all of us together to pull it off. You bet, boss. What a team we are, huh? It was definitely the most amazing turnabout I've ever seen. I'm a lucky guy. My office has the best, most capable lawyers around. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'm going to work extra hard to make up all the worry I caused. Apollo Justice is fine and ready to go. Let's hear it for the Wright Anything Agency. Well, nobody's going to try harder than me, so you better watch out, Apollo. Simon is free thanks to Mr. Wright. But there are so many more people who out there who need our help. You're right, and I'll be needing you both to help with them. We still have a long way to go. Get ready, you two. We won a major victory, but the war is far from over. There are still people out there suffering under false charges who need defending, like Christoph Gavin. We got a lot of work ahead of us. If we ever hope to fully bring the Dark Age of the Law to a close... Hey, I know one thing we have to do. We have to celebrate with a bowl of piping hot noodles. Huh? Nothing like a bowl of Eldon's noodles after a trial, all on Mr. Wright's tab. That's how it works at the Wright Anything Agency, right, Mr. Wright? Huh? As a boss, it's your duty to express gratitude to your people for their great work. In that case, allow me to join in the festivities. I would greatly welcome a bowl of noodles. Huh? I have an idea, Daddy. Why don't you just invite everyone involved with the case? The more the merrier. Yeah, invite the Phantom as well. Oh, Mr. Nick, look how far you have come. Who knew you would grow up to be such a generous gentleman? Guys, under these circumstances, there's only one thing I can say, only if I get to join in. Hey, no fair. I want to say it too. Okay, here we go.
Objection!
Okay. Well, I had to kind of rush. I was trying to think of something nice I could do for Polly, so I decided to go around and get a bunch of jobs for him to do. Find the lost cat, install an air conditioner, give a complete lesson, find a lost item. You think I should have found him a few legal cases? No, that's okay. This is the Wright Anything Agency after all. Oh no, there's gonna be stuff I have to read? That's bad. Oh no, Tina and Apollo were so wonderful in court. I would better study as much as I want if I want to be a judge someday. My grandma says eat lots of peppers and they ignite your passion. Oh, but I should figure out which to grow, green peppers or yellow peppers. Or maybe I should go with hot as the sun, red peppers instead. Cookie fuse. Cookie fuse. Cookie fuse. The end of the Dark Age of the Law, you say? How naive. Don't you know it's sometimes necessary to get a guilty verdict by any means possible? What? They are putting me under investigation? The chief prosecutor wants to see me? Oh, it's 9 PM. Took longer than I had anticipated. I've been asked to debut. I scheduled to go up against the Amazing 90s next though. Oh, what to do, fight to finish with myself? Why don't you ask Mr. Demon Lawyer to be the Amazing 90s? Dude, that's not a bad idea. I bet he would be all for it. Ka. So we are to meet as foes, are we, my little friend? Who else is there? Yeah, the case-free characters. Oh, this guy too. Would you believe it? I am a alderman of the 90s. We are now pretty impressive, eh? I took over after ex-QB for the good of my beloved village. Now, what do you say? Would you like to make a little donation to help us out? Hey, what do you think you're doing? Sneaking into the mansion. Oh, the jig's up. Better make a run for it. I guess I sit down. I thought I wanted to be an artist, but after seeing the amazing Otana did, I wanted to becoming genuinely interested in law. So now I'm going to prosecute Otana someday, you see. I'm studying my bonds off too, but not for the bar exam. I'm going to pass the team's entrance exam on my own merit this time. With a score of 100 points, of course. You, Juniper, our dream will live on forever. Case for characters? Oh yeah, right. Cosmos. I found really sweet boxes for all 3 of them, but they won't wear them. Is it because I want to be a legal journalist instead of a lawyer or a judge? But anyway, thanks for the trial. The school's new paper future is as bright as it could be. Now let's see what the fresh blood have to say in the new school paper. Our editor cried so hard the graduation rehearsal her cardboard was got soggy. Clavier. The one night only reunion concert I still remember. The investigation. The president of the student council sang like no high school student ever heard. By the judge in her own course someday. I would love to have a jam session with her. I would be the coolest trial ever. Yeah, I can already something. Why are they talking so fast, bro? I gave this place a good cleaning from top to bottom, but it's already a mess again. I guess the only thing I can do now is clean up the attitudes of the people in this office. With Mystic Maya due to come here once training is over, it simply must be done. Miss Aura Blackwell. She's the next. Where is she? Where are the clankers? Okay, Cosmos. Humanity's dreams for outer space will never die. In fact, playing for Head-3 rocket has already officially begun. Look upon me, people of this great nation, and witness the glory of Yuri Cosmos. What do you... Oh, director. Yes. Rocket preparations are fully complete. Yes. You just leave everything to me. Assistant director, Yuri Cosmos. Who's the director now? What? I'm going to the moon in the new rocket. If Atana or Mommy Metis came to the moon, I would love to show them around. But which is more interesting? Montes Pyrenees or Montretrang something? You think they would like either one? Yay, hooray! I wonder how Miss Aura is doing. Oh yeah, she's Jade. Oh, Miss Aura, I just want to use me again. Oh yeah, she's Jade. Ready for launch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's who's working here. Lift off. I'm going to the moon for real this time, for me and for Clay. Thanks to my lawyers, I know now I should not fear something. But I'm worried you can breathe in space, and in fact it's cold as heck. Oh man, I'm getting really nervous. How could it be colder in space when the sun is closer to you than you're on Earth? Oh? No, I am not employed here. I simply came to request their services in defense of my sister. But no one's around and I've been kept waiting for a long time. And what sort of case brings you here? Oh, your father was accused and you wish for Thanos to defend him? Then perhaps he and I shall meet in the courtroom in the near future. Epic as fuck game. Look forward to your next month's salary. Please forgive me, pain. Blackwiz Acquittal has brought all manner of ills in the prosecutor's office to light. It would seem solving the case has thawed the chill of winter into the warmth. Now I owe Wright yet another debt of gratitude, but I will repay him one day, you can trust in that. Then make an ace at 27 where he repays you, or repays Wright. There are still characters left. Oh! Okay. Yeah, I guess I should talk about the game. I mean, this last case was like... I wonder what the general opinion on this. I know the general opinion on the game is negative, I guess because of the mood matrix and like I guess the overall quality of the cases, but I like the cases. I think the cases were fine, even the characters were fine. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine, but I guess the problem is that it's just fine. My biggest gripe with this is that they didn't expand on Christoph Gavin. He was not mentioned at all at once, even though it's like one of the biggest things that a defense attorney basically told his brother prosecutor to press him on the evidence that Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney, will present is gonna be a forged evidence, and then set this wall spiring that he's presented forged evidence, his attorney's badge is taken away, and then later this defense attorney is found guilty of murder, and then it turns out that he even killed somebody through, I guess, I don't even know how Apollo Justice case went down. He was directly involved in the murdering with the... Oh yeah, because the girl kept biting her nails and there was poison in it or some shit. So it was annoying for me that I was jumping into this game thinking that, oh yeah, I'm gonna see this character again that I really liked in Apollo Justice. Only saving grace in Apollo Justice, really. And he wasn't in this at all, not even to mention. I've seen those black Psyche Lux before, and not even an image of him. Like, bro, come on. Only to mention that, yeah, I've seen the black Psyche Lux and Dark Age of the Law. They don't mention this thing, but a defense attorney was found guilty of murder, actually, not just on false charges.
I'll be fine. I'll be
fine. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
I think Bobby Fulbright will sabotage the thing again. Epic. Oh. I feel like that would be a favorable ruling for...
You'll be fine. Just believe in yourself.
The moon's closer than you think.
A favorable ruling for Aura, because she did it to prove a point, and she didn't hurt anyone. But I guess you get this much of a punishment for hostage situation.
I wouldn't have made it back into space if it wasn't for you.
Through the years, I've seen as much joy as heartache, honestly as deceit. But just as Mr. Starbuck was able to escape the harsh pull of his fears and despair, I believe that hope and friendship can lift us all up towards a brighter tomorrow. Awesome. End. Is it really the end? First time it says that. Illustrations and anime cutscenes galleries have been unlocked. Please go to extras and DSC to view them. So the DSC is not unlocked. So if I ever do wanna play that, which is not gonna be anytime soon, guys, I think I'm gonna play that offline, but yeah. Just continue. Oh yeah, through here. Extras in DSC. Anime cutscenes. This was fun, by the way. See you guys the next time. I mean, yeah, my overall opinion on the game. I enjoyed it, but I think there's a couple of lackluster cases, and this last case with the, I mean, Bobby Fulbright being the Phantom was amazing, but this prolonged fucking thing, that it's so clear that he's the one who killed both Metis-Psyche and Clayteran. They just refuse. Oh, can you really prove that the Moonrock is the same Moonrock that you found? What the fuck, bro? Just give up, bro, already. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I could search the Abdullah Destinies case 5. Ooh, I really need to take a shit, so in justice I trusted. I mean, yeah, honestly, I think a lot of potential with this game, with the characters that were presented. I mean, Edgeworth was in this, Perfay was in this. The Simon Blackwell character is one of my favorite characters, I think, in this entire franchise. It would go down as like Edgeworth, Godot, and then Blackwell, or maybe even Blackwell higher than Godot. I mean, same type of characters, really. But yeah, I think overall I liked it. The first case was meh, but they managed to make it that the first case matters. That's interesting to me. So yeah, I feel like this is a good game overall. See you guys the next time. That's my opinion.